Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to do my week 2 check-in for the month of March. This is my weekly check-in for my cash envelopes. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. Hope y'all are having a super fantastic Saturday. Let's hop right into all of my transactions. I am trying to, I don't know, you know how you have something in the back of your mind that you're trying to remember and you don't understand, like, what is I'm trying to remember? And it's not going to come to me until I finish recording. So on Sunday, on laundry, I broke a 10. I had some quarters left over, so I broke a 10 on laundry. And then at Walmart and household, I spent $42.39. And at Walmart and groceries, I spent $61.68. And Zaxby's, I think that was like Tuesday, I went and picked up my lunch and it was $14.77. So overall, not that bad. I think I went over on the household, but I didn't get anything for myself. It's been more of a medical type week for me. So a lot coming from the sinking funds, and I did tell you guys that I was going to have my first visit with a chiropractor, and so I did do that. While I was at Zaxby's, I actually found one and Googled them, saw the reviews were really good, so I did go there. And I feel better. I feel a lot better than I have been feeling. I'm not sure if I ever said that I was hurting, but it was just getting worse with time. And I kept thinking, well, if I rest, which is the advice you get, put heat on it and stuff like that, it'll get better. And my back would just tighten up, and it got to the point where, and it wasn't my back, it was like my very lower back into my bottom area, and my hip started hurting. $42.39. And so I was getting about, I think it was 2 hours of sleep would be the last time I remember when I was awake that I hadn't been asleep. And so it was just, it was horrible. And they did, what did they do for me? Like, they did the exam, did the x-rays, and I got to be on this table where it had these balls up in there. I'm rolling this way, but that's probably weird. But it was like this up underneath my back and my hip. And let me tell y'all, that felt so good. For some reason, they thought I should have been in pain. But I'm like, no, man, crank this bad boy on up. I need all the massages because y'all know I wanted a massage as part of my self-care, and I never got it. But I'm just like, crank this thing on up. If it goes up to 6, let's try 6, and we'll go back down and see what works for me. But I stopped it at 4 because they were like super concerned, and I'm like, I am not. So the remaining for groceries for week 1 was $413. Get the words out. I spent $61.68. So I should have $351 or $352. But yeah, they did that, and they did the 10s. Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all something. That was the one that actually, for me, I felt like that was what did it for me. Because I don't know what it was, but it loosened up the muscle. I'm a little bit sore from where it was placed, but I'm so thankful. So let's see if I got 351 or 352. So 1, 2, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 30, 40, 51. So I have 351. But yeah, that had just did it. Because I actually could feel my foot, and I couldn't. Before, I was just feeling a lot of numbness and tingling in my thigh area, and I was in so much pain that I would get shocks when I got up to walk, or let's say I'm gonna lay back in bed, I would get a shock, and it was horrible. It was horrible, and I have been going through that for like a couple weeks. So for week 3, let's go ahead and put 120 for my grocery budget. Let's do that for week 3 and week 4. Let's get that out of the way, because y'all know how I like to forget to do this part. So for the groceries, let's do 120, and let's see what I got here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, and 20. There. We'll take out the small bills so that way we can see 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 20. So that's 120. We'll see if I can just spin those down and keep the larger bills here. And so I'm going to put that back in the groceries. And so that is the goal. I'm going to put this up towards the front in front of my coupons. Y'all know I was looking for that paper clip. No wonder I couldn't find it. It was attached to a coupon. Restaurants. I budgeted $20. Only spent $14.77. So $125 was left over from week 1. And I'm going to subtract out $14.77. So if this is your first time seeing this, I only give myself cash once a month. So this remaining balance is not what's remaining for the week, but what's remaining out of the money I have left. So that's a little bit, is a difference I do versus other people who they gave themselves 120 and then they're going to show the difference in the remaining area. I do it just a little bit different just to suit the way I do my cash envelopes, because I only stuff them once a month because I don't like going to the bank. Restaurants, I should have $110 left. So let's see. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10. I have $111 there. But yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. Because if you stuff every week and you gave yourself 120 for groceries, it'd be 120 minus 61, 68. And so this person would have like 58.32 left. Whereas for me, I'm looking at what did I have for the month, and I'm just subtracting and making sure I have the money and all that stuff. So for restaurants, I'm going to give myself another $20 allowance. Just allow myself to go out to eat just once. Not a lot. And it's a nice little break from the office sometimes, but that was how I found the Cairo place. I was actually in Zaxby's drive-thru line. And my laptop was getting worked on Tuesday. My other laptop, because I got a new one, and then I had the old one, and I can't let go of the old one because there's 2 apps I can run on there to do my job, and I can't get them to launch on the new one, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like you see the prompts like for the icon for the app is going to open, and it just stays like that, never launches. So for laundry, I had $45 left over after week 1. I spent $10, so I should have $35. But yeah, so my coworker was working on my computer 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, and he had caught me because at one point he had left to do something. He had to do some updates on my computer, and so I'm getting up out of my seat, and I'm like, I'm going to go to the restroom, and all of a sudden I just got this shock, y'all, and I was just doubled over in pain. And then he's walking in and sees me bent over, and he's like, did you fall? And I'm like, no, I just I just got the shock of a lifetime. No, and fall down. It was just, I just couldn't move. 50 minus 42.39. So I should have $7 or $8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's all of the household money. Yeah, I got all my detergents and stuff this past week. So I did go over for what I planned to spend for the week, but I do have everything that I need, so I'm happy there. But yeah, so I'm super stoked that, you know, like I can move now. And I've actually been able to go to sleep. And so I'm a little bit tired, which is what's been putting me behind with everything. Make sure I got everything out of here. is I haven't been able to sleep at night, and so of course when I work, when I'm done, I want to sleep, but of course I'm just laying in the bed just in pain, and Tylenol wasn't working, Advil wasn't working, heat wasn't working, Biofreeze wasn't working, nothing was helping. And the more, what I noticed, the more stationary I became, the worse the pain got. And I'm like, but when I move, I'm getting shocked. So it's like I couldn't win for losing. So personal, I had $116 left over after week 1. I didn't spend anything for week 2, so I should have 116. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 5, 10, 15, 16. So I do have $116 there. But yeah, I was super, super happy. I go back on Tuesday. And so they are going to give me my treatment plan on how we're going to proceed forward. And I'm actually looking forward to it. And so I'm also going to be going back to work, working in the office 3 days a week. Start my hybrid schedule, and that's going to help a lot too, because that's one of the areas where I actually get to move, because I park on the far end of the parking lot. So for my laundry, I have $35, so I'm going to budget $15 for week 3. Household, I don't need anything. I'm gonna budget 0. Personal, I'm gonna budget $30. Just in case I need anything this week. But yeah, it's been the week of just patching myself up, getting things for my son. He's been having like really bad headaches, and it's nothing but his sinuses, the weather up and down. And so picking up stuff for him and doing better about taking care of myself. This is my last on-call rotation. Had a nice conversation with one of the managers, because he was just like, but it's not that much and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, what makes it bad is I never get to turn off work. Right? And I'm bad about working on my weekends, working long hours and stuff like that. Yes, that suits everybody at the company. Right? But that doesn't do anything for me. And I have to start prioritizing myself over stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, it helps this manager, but it's like, it's not helping my manager. I mean, like, let's be real. So it's just, I'm just looking forward to not having to answer my phone, not getting phone calls in the middle of the night, and not feeling like I'm on this timer for when I have to respond to things. But yeah, this week, wait a minute. Lies. Had to catch that. Because I did spend out of my cash envelopes. So my no spend days are tracked based on when I spent out of my cash envelopes. And I did spend on Tuesday when I went to Zaxby's. And this one matches my dots. But yeah, I'm trying to do a sea of blue on here. And so 17th, I didn't do anything. Thursday. I'm just going back, double checking my dates. Yeah, see, I'm getting mixed up with my spending for my sinking funds in my brain. But yeah, so everything is going to be better, and I can get some rest now, and we'll get this all worked out with my hip. Yeah, that fall definitely did something, and there's a pinching of a nerve. And I'm like, I did explain, no medicine. I don't want to be on pills and things like that. That's never been my thing. Like, I take pain pills. It's like last option. I did pay the cell phone bill, so my portion turned out to be $70 even. And I have to move the monies that the kids, I'm going to use this one. Boys sent to me. It's in PayPal, just sitting there waiting for me to transfer it to... Why am I doing this for Saturday? What if I decide to run the streets? Let me not do that, because I have a feeling I might decide to run the streets. I don't need to be running anywhere because gas is too high. I don't need to be going nowhere at all. And I probably won't, because I still got to catch up on all the YouTube things. And I have to record my Sunday video. And I have a lot of work that I need to do here. So I probably won't, but I don't have a plan for today. Typically I plan my Saturday so I know whether I'm going to be here or not, running around or something like that. And so I'm still giving myself a little time before I get back out looking at houses. Oh, that's what I was trying to remember. Home rentals. The rental agency that I'm about to go through, or the company that has the houses in Memphis, has like a bunch of them. They treat, I don't know if I've ever seen it, like home rentals like they do with apartments. Like if a person, like I told them I'm not renewing my lease and stuff like that. So there's a board that they actually have. And so eventually my apartment will be listed as one of those floor plans that's available for rent, even though technically I'm still here. That's what they're doing with the houses. So some of the houses, when you can't go visit them, some of them are being renovated, but others there's actually a tenant still there. So that's why you can't visit and go show yourself in, because I think I paid like 99 cents or something like that to go in view the houses, and I get to view so many for 99 cents. So that's what that is. But yeah, I go to as many as I can, but this week I'm probably not going to do that. And because the one that we're interested in, I believe there's two of them we're interested in, but one comes open on the 22nd, and they are moving like that. And so I'm not able to move as quickly because of the bad news I got. But I'm okay. But how many nosebands do I have? Let's see. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I got 15 so far. 15 out of 18. How are you guys doing with your no spend days? Did you set a number this month, or are you just giving yourself a break? Because I think it's okay to give yourself a break sometimes. Because we all need it every now and then. We need a break. It's like you work, you get to a milestone. It's like, okay, what is the reward? Then work to get to another milestone. What is the reward? I can dig that. I feel like my life has been on hold, sitting here in the apartment waiting on maintenance to come and fix the heat and stuff. So I'm glad that they did get to talk to my son and tell them what really was going on. See, my problem with this whole thing is the first guy that came in November, he knew what they did over the summer. And he closed the ticket out and never requested the parts to fix whatever. And my thing is, why, when y'all installed that, did you seal that off? You know, like, it's like they made the mistake back in, what was that, September? Yeah, because I was without air in August. So, you know, it's like they made a mistake way back then. And it wasn't, to me, it wasn't a mistake. It was how long could it get away with what they had done. And that was just some backwoods maintenance type stuff. But anywho, y'all, let me know how your week is going. And I will talk to you guys again on tomorrow. On Sunday, I'm going to be setting up my budget planner for April. And so I'll talk to you guys then. Y'all have a great one. Bye.